Good morning, everyone. Good morning, chat. Welcome, chat. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. What's happening out here with the final GDP higher than expected? And the unemployment claims came out very similar. Not a big difference, 224 with the expected 225. This is where we are with today's news, guys. That's where we are at the moment. Not much going on the markets with the reaction at that specific time, but we're ready
Order filled.
to long the
Order
market
filled.
structure at this point for a breakout. The market is chopping for the moment, so we're looking for the highs of this chopping momentum out here on the 5-minute candlesticks. There is a range high here that I'm looking forward breaking out today. 20,000s have been holding nicely so far, multiple times. So this is the situation we're trading at the moment, with the lows being pushed higher and higher in a slower maneuver. That's right, but still the highs are flat, guys, for today on the Nasdaq. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, guys. Make sure to like the video so we get straight into the topic with the business out here. 15 micros we're long for our first trade of the day. 50 micros long here. Looking forward grabbing the highs on the structure. Time for another great trading day that we're expecting out here. Volatility has been pretty high in the past couple of hours. Definitely higher compared to what it used to be during the last couple of days. But that's definitely not a problem at all. Hello, Strange Nature. Hello, guys. Welcome, chat. We had a great time out here on our stream. We are ready to perform. We're gonna get a good pump as soon as we clear 140s, 150s range top right here, guys. That's gonna be a good condition for a range pump. In that manner, we're gonna be above the 200 days moving average, clear 150s, and continue basically the recovery. Yesterday on Wednesday, we had a very strong liquidity grabbing momentum around the markets. was not an easy day at trading. We had a strong loss, but we're still sitting on a great profit on the balance. Today we can partially recover from that and advance, of course. Thursday and Friday, I mean, 2 good days, today and tomorrow, we would be able to recover the entire loss of yesterday. Let's go, guys, in a nice market movement. 25 minutes to go to the market opening. We had just a couple of minutes ago, about 35 minutes ago, final GDP coming out higher than expected. And the unemployment came out 224 compared to 225, which is extremely similar. And this is where we are with the scheduled major news of the day. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. We are ready to see some of that nice reversals from here back to the top. It's a beautiful level that we got out there holding the price action. On the 50s, we got strong support appearing. But there's also a great chance here for the breakout. A very good chance here. A breakout and a movement back to the range top, which is 130s, 137, 140s, 150s, around that range. Right, you get the 1 minute situation here. The 1 minute tops are very close to the hundreds. That's where the resistance is located at the moment. However, even to that point, basically, we would have $700 profit on this trade, which would be quite satisfying, to be honest with you. Let's have a look into the Nvidia as well, which dumped a lot, and there is a huge gap out here which is not going to be left unfilled, guys. There is actually a double gap representation. Have a look into that. That specific price action, 118.7, 119, has a gap on the left side just like on the right side as well. Meanwhile, it holds the structure basically in the middle. It's a very interesting price action. Pre-market opens below for Nasdaq. Sorry, for Nvidia. So it's going to create another gap today, which is extremely likely to be filled up. And then we got gold going for the all-time high again, which is pretty amazing, to be honest with you. Pretty amazing, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Hope you're having a great time out here. We are preparing for a nice trading session. S&P 500 with a big deal. A lot of the people consider we're going to get down into completing the gap that we have over there on 670s. I don't know what to say. That would be another strong pressure out here. Back to the 5-minute representation. I'd like to see if we get that strength before the market opens, because otherwise I don't want to open up with the markets on 15 contracts. Definitely not. Slowly I'm going to unrisk out of this position and advance. As soon as I get an opportunity with that. Yes, I use fair value gaps. Exactly. HTF, higher time frame fair value gaps, are very important, guys. They usually represent a point of reaction. So not just that they do attract the price action, but at the same time they allow the price action to bounce or reverse at a time we're touching them. So it's also a good place of trading for reversal with the fair value gaps. Yep. Sitting around this price action without doing too much. 60, 70 is ranging. Bulls have been protecting this level already for a few times. This is their third time. Welcome everyone. Good morning everyone. Looking forward to a beautiful time out here on a trading session with Nasdaq. And we got 15 minutes to go. Is this one breaking below? Looking for the reaction and protection at the 57. So the great part is right here with the gold, which is very, very near to the all-time high. We did broke all-time high today once again. Bitcoin got rejected by the $88,000 trending massive environment, trending resistance line right there, rejecting us. If crypto wants to be bullish, we got to break that 88 in the upcoming days quite quickly. You know, we had the markets that were punished yesterday before the opening, continuously driving it down. Straight after the opening, a minor pump, and then throughout a long period of time, a bunch of points, significant retracement, guys. That whole liquidity remained untouched, so there's a lot of the fair value gaps around the 300s, 400s for Nasdaq, which is very unlikely not to be built up, guys. There's also a fair value gap around 200s. So we are in a situation that is worth the attention to the upside, but definitely not in a blind way. Everyone should be comfortable with that. Definitely not in a blind way. Hi, Philip. Good morning, Twister. Good morning, Kevin. We are out here looking for the US opening. And looking for a stronger reaction coming in from the price section. Ten minutes to go, guys. Tony, welcome from Canada. Great new house here. Great news from Canada. We've got a final GDP and the unemployment claims for today, which is not bearish in the way it is positioned. We didn't had anything bearish for the week, yet you retraced yesterday aggressively back to 20,000s. So that's where we are. Let's go for a reaction here. It's the gap with the S&P, guys. That's the thing that bothers me. It's the gap with the S&P that is still existing. And this is down to 670s, right? Right there. That's something that bothers me. That's from where we could also expect a nice scalping opportunity for Nasdaq at the time. We fill 670s for the S&P. This one so far remained untouched. And that's the question for today. We got a gap here in the lows for the S&P, but that's very less likely right now to be under any risk. Yet the one on 670s is where the big deal sits, guys. We will have to see about it. Nasdaq has a partial necessity here for the gap, so I'm not gonna sit in long if the market is not driving it. It has the support line that we're looking for it here. That's what it has. If this is not gonna hold. We're touching the trending line right now. 6 minutes to go. Looking for a form of reaction here, guys. Bullish reaction over there. Around 40s. Less than 5 minutes to go. And we're revisiting these levels. Certainly, I don't like what's happening here. And I certainly don't want to see markets breaking below this with strength. Would love to be just a fake out before the US opens, but this 15-minute here so far looks pretty ugly, guys. Bitcoin as well has been dumping. Bitcoin got rejected by the trending line that we've got here on the 4-hour 4 different times. Crazy how accurate the price action and the technical analysis has been for the trending lines. Let's just get back to the Nasdaq, fellas. We've got here 3 minutes to go. Wow, look at this market dump right before the opening. Exactly. In the way, I don't want to see this. This will be the ultimate by working it wick to wick. That would be the lowest the trending line could be. Wick to wick. With the last adjustment. 3 minutes to go, guys. Be careful on the trading today. Be careful with the longs. Definitely want to be careful out there. It is not comfortable at all. Less than 2 minutes to go, everyone. Looking for some reactions appearing in the lows out here. 22,000s. Welcome, Sebastian. Good trading, everyone. Hope you have a great time today. Make sure to like the video so we get connected. We get straight into the topic. Do not forget, guys, today we've got the 50K account giveaway. Today we got the $50K giveaway, chat. We are having it today. We're going to organize that on live stream. We are giving out a 50K account giveaway. Do not forget it. Join on board. Join on board, everyone. 50K account giveaway. And Ticktick Trader has a massive discount, 45% on all instant funded. All of them. At the checkout with a Scramble coupon code, you can have 45% discount on all. That's a great reaction so far on the 5 minute. About 1 minute to go. And I'm looking forward to this. Let's go, everyone. We're opening near to 20,000. That's a major level. 1 minute. With the final GDP coming out higher than expected and the unemployment claims a little bit lower. I mean, that's, you know, just 1,000 difference out there. The markets did not react it based on this news in a bearish way. The reaction right now is coming through the liquidity process to make sure, basically, before we rally to the top side, that no liquidity is left on the overexposure side untouched. And of course, there is the risk of the S&P 500 gap. So I'd like to see where does the market opens with the S&P 500 and how we adjust from there. A big portion of the Nasdaq's gap has been already filled up. So 10 seconds to go, guys, and we're going to have our bell ringing around with the opening bell. There you go, and the market is live. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys, and have a little bit of understanding what's happening here. We're gonna quickly control this. If this is going ugly, I'm gonna be getting out if this is getting ugly. Nice, we've been taking the low and then moving basically. Moving. It's a good opening so far. It's a good opening right here. Just give us 60, 70 points and I am out basically. It has been a pretty bad entry. So I'm happy to get out of this trade and continue readjusting in a better situation, certainly. Let's go, guys. That was a beautiful entry, a beautiful way driving the markets down to 20,000s, taking the low of that and then showing the pressure we were expecting. Positive GDP news and unemployment claims as well were positive too. This is where we are. Great news so far. Not scared about the reaction we've got here. Certainly not scared about it. Let's go, guys. I'm gonna accept a loss.
Order
Selling
filled.
5 contracts right there. Another
Order
5
filled.
right there. And I'm getting
Order
out of
filled.
everything. So $325 loss here, guys. We've been accepting a loss, but we're down $2,000, which was quite terrible. $325 loss out here. We will have to reposition and readjust. Would love to see the markets down to 20,000s. I'm going to work with some limit orders if this thing is going into 20,013, 20,015. So we're going to set limit orders. Search for a decent entry here. 20,013. 2 contracts. If we get that, I'm going to be happy to get my position. 17 as well. Let's go, guys.
Order filled.
2 contracts have been filled.
Order filled.
4 contracts. What a
Order
massive
filled.
rejection so far. 6 contracts.
Order filled.
2 additional, so we got 8 micros long here. In a much better entry. Right, so we have repositioned ourselves by exiting at the right level and taking another long, much lower than we had. Now the question is, if we get this level holding, guys, look at the long wick we got on the 5 minutes after the opening. I'd like to see what's happening on the S&P 500. Very important opening with a gap. So the big deal is, just like I told you, let me share with you the hourly. The big deal is right there with the S&P 500. That's the question mark. Are we going basically for the wick, which sits around 70s? That's about 12 points. 12 points right there is going to take Nasdaq a lot. So that's very questionable to me. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. We got a giveaway today, 50k account funded. Cutting losses out. Decision deserves fireworks. Exactly. We cut our loss at the highest level, very near. And I'm gonna cut something out here as well, guys, because I simply... If we, you know, this is something that bothers me a little bit, guys. Good morning, everyone. 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute. What an ugly situation. Let me go to the 15 minute, guys. 15 minute for Nasdaq, breaking below everything, breaking below yesterday's low. Exactly, Satori. My Strategy involves the necessity for good entries. Good morning, everyone. Time to react here, or simply time for me to get out if it doesn't react at this point. Taking the level below 20,000 on a day trading manner, I don't think that's a bad idea basically for the markets to play with us. Certainly not. There's some liquidity levels there. However, I'm not going to be too enthusiastic holding on to a long here if we're missing the reaction in the current candlesticks, guys. So I'm going to get out. This is not a small position considering the volatility. No, we're just out. We're just out right there, and we're leaving the markets to do its job. We cannot do too much about it. We gotta wait for the moment. We broke below the trending line that was ranging yesterday and has been nicely respected. We already have 120 points basically from the time we got into the stream. And the S&P has room right here to push into the 70s. So that's why, guys, I'm telling you this is a situation which could be ugly for a lot of us. Looking forward, testing out a long where S&P is gonna complete the gap. That's a place that I have into my mind as a model. Not a big drop, but a significant one so far. Everything has dropped since the opening. Even Nvidia has a massive gap here. $75. Let's go. 5 points, guys. 5 points. For the S&P, and we're gonna be happy to monetize that. I'm gonna short any opportunity. Anything into the 80s, 85, 90s, if we get to see that, I'm gonna short. And even at this level, guys, with the S&P needing to drop another 5 to 6 points, it's a good opportunity to test out on Nasdaq another 15 to 20 points, monetizing that. Thank you guys, by the way, for coming in. A lot of liquidity, exactly. A lot of liquidity hiding there.
Order filled.
We're testing out a short here on around 55 for the Nasdaq. Testing out a short here of 10 contracts with the
Order
ability
filled.
to add to this 15 contracts. Let's go for the cliff, guys. Let's go for about 15 to 20 points. This would be a perfect candle to deny on the S&P. $50K account giveaway today, guys. We're doing. Let's go. That's a nice rejection out here. Let's go for the target. Stop loss above that specific structure, $300 on loss, $800 for the profit. Let's go, everyone. I don't want to see the markets rejecting here without getting into the levels below 30s. Nasdaq is very close to that, guys.
Order filled.
I'm out for the moment. I'm out for the moment here. I don't necessarily enjoy what I see. Might consider reshorting this from a little bit higher, but this is basically not the most enthusiastic perspective. Good day, good morning, everyone. What we had out here on the scheduled news was the final GDP 2.4% higher than expected, and the unemployment claims that came out very similar to what was expected, producing at that specific time a form of a non-bearish type of price action. Yet once the markets were ready, it is different. It's different. It's totally different. It's just a continuation and non-stop pressure.
Order filled.
We're back in a short here, a much smaller short as long as it has invalidation. Working with a tight one here, $170 on the loss side.
Order filled.
No, didn't works. Do not works. Doing a 50K giveaway account today. We're doing this on a stream. Make sure to stick with us. Right, so the S&P 500 went for the gap. Nvidia is holding the exercise over here. 110 reacted decently. The XI is dumping in the last 20 minutes. Pushed basically back to 20,000s, which is supposed to reject us and allow to retest basically the 40s. But I'm not gonna hurry up. We might see a conversion basically. We're not gonna hurry up. Interesting reaction here.
Order
And the
filled.
shortest one all the way down to 50s.
Order filled.
All the way down to
Order filled.
50s would be a choice. Let's go, guys. Back to 50s. 15 micro short. We're gonna trail this. We're gonna try to be pretty tight on the stop loss. Let's have a look into the 1 minute S&P. Monitor it differently. We're gonna be out of 5 contracts very soon here.
Order filled.
Yep, out. Moving the stop loss basically to my entry, guys.
Order filled.
And we've been nicely stopped out. Nicely stopped out. Was expecting a little more retracement with that. What about a V-shaped recovery, putting together some energy to take that whole gap out? Levels above 696 for the S&P, up to 712. Look at that, huge pump. Huge pump generated by the S&P. We didn't have bearish news on the GDP. We just came all the way down to 70s, filled that gap. And now the bullish reaction happens. It's a very strong 1 minute closing that we had. Trying to gonna short this one from a little bit higher. From a little bit higher as soon as S&P comes back to the 94, 95, it's gonna be an interesting spot for us to test out a short here from the 36, 38, 40s. 37. 39, 3 contracts. 42, another 3. We got to touch that. That would be... we missed that by 2 points. I'll have to increase it a little bit higher in terms of limit order selling pressure. This is looking very interesting with the S&P side. Side by side. Good job, John. Good job. Good job, buddy. Do got some limit orders right here waiting. Hopefully it's not gonna leave us behind. Welcome everyone. Thank you for watching, guys. We've got a 50k account giveaway today. 50k account giveaway today. Which is gonna be an exciting time. Real exciting time. Make sure to like the video and prepare for the giveaway. Instant funding, by the way. So it's gonna be exciting. Could be a nice market continuation in the way this looks like. So I don't think I'm too happy to open up a short here, guys.
Order filled.
I do have a nice invalidation point to the downside
Order
if we get
filled.
rejected. It's that wick right there. A 98. That's a nice invalidation point. For a long theory. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. And
Order
we're out.
filled.
We're out. We just got into the trade right before it pumped. That was a strong liquidity sweep. Let's go for the fireworks. We fully recovered. We're up $315. Let's go, everyone. That was a beautiful one, right? That was a great one. Wow. Great job. That was a beautiful one, guys. Welcome, chat. Welcome, chat. Welcome, everyone. 50k account giveaway today. Thank you, guys. I just bought into the trade. I saw basically the nice execution perspective with that candle closing. With that candle push, right? That wick below, rejection already, climbing, ending near to the top. And of course, when you have S&P right next to starting of the gap, it's very, very important to speculate that. And you know, in about 5 to 10 seconds, things played out already. And we were able to crawl out of the $1,000 we lost. Now we're up 1,300, so that's 300 realized profit. Thank you, guys. Let's go, everyone. 50k account giveaway we're doing for today. if this S&P is going for the highest level of the gap, we're getting basically to the top of the range. Look at the hourly candlestick, guys. Look at the hourly candlestick, how bullish this whole thing is. How bullish the whole thing is positioned right now. It wants to get back. Look at the massive fair value gap on the hourly located right there. 359, 442, you have that one. Markets were not going to die without taking that out, and I don't think it's going to die basically after the way they've been correcting for a long period of time. Look at this one. Fair value gap at that around that level, slightly below the 200 EMA. In the upcoming week, 2nd of April, we might get some good news from the possible announced tariffs, new tariffs. We might get some good news for the markets on that topic, which could basically take us to much higher levels. If that's gonna be categorized bullish by the space, we're gonna go for the golden pocket, as I said, 21,200s. Look at the current 4-hour. How does it look like? How does it look like? And how nicely the market's pushed into this space right here, and then straight reaction. Wow, look at that. What a crazy recovery. Do not forget about the giveaway we're doing, guys. Make sure to like the video, stay in touch. We are out here pushing for the giveaway. And of course, 45% huge sale from Ticktick Trader. Huge one. Mm-hmm. 712 basically for the S&P. Interesting spot right there. Might get this one into 730s with the 200 EMA sitting right there. We also had, and we got, a beautiful divergence here, guys. It's, you know, we've got multiple actually. Constantly trying to build, you know, higher lows on the CRSI. Meanwhile, the price action is constantly finding lower highs, and the last one has been very aggressive. The last one looks exactly like a nice reversal point for at least medium-term scenario. And it's pushing basically, liquidating a lot of the shorts out here, enjoying the process and dominating throughout the way. Thank you guys for coming in. We've got $305. This is also a place where the 1 minute has been finding tops at 100s right before the opening. We've been stuck at that level for a few hours. So I'd like to see the markets retracing a little bit. I guess this is an interesting opportunity here to see the markets back into the 50s, right? Because otherwise I'm simply out if this is refusing to do that. We're also going to set a limit order here on 109. Just to get a nice wick, if that's the case. 111 as well. back into the golden pocket here would be lovely. Would be lovely around 40s, 50s.
Order filled.
Added some additional contracts. Sitting on 8 micros down to 51 would be quite amazing. Back into the golden pocket. Reject from the 1 minute top of the range. Back into the golden pocket of the structure of the pump that we had. And then we could nicely do a beautiful runner. No more limit orders needed over there. I'm not gonna re-enter on a limit order at the moment. Not paying attention on that one at the moment. JCA. We're going to readjust here on 100, 111. And 113 another round. We got some limit orders waiting at this level. Would it be quite lovely to...
Order filled.
Three of them have been filled. And we're ready basically with 11 micros short. We're basically trading on Ticktick Trader, instant funding prop firm, been online for 3 years already. Do have a lot of the videos on my channel, especially the last video, which is updating you with all the latest things. For those of you that would like to see that. We're looking at the trade right now, and we're trying to focus here. We definitely need a rejection at this point. Definitely need .1.
Order filled.
14 contracts. 954 on the take profit for the target. Target is sitting on the golden pocket of a 5-minute structure. From the lows we established to the highs we managed to do. I mean, we actually managed to push from 936 to 102, right? Which is about 165, 170 around that one. Which is not a joke, right? Which is not a joke. If the market wants to break out of this 105, 110 here, and we don't get a structure of rejection, pulling this one back for extra liquidity to 50s, I have to be out quickly, promptly. We're not going to play and risk unnecessarily. Down to 50s, and then we could continue. So let me just get out of 3 contracts. Another 3. We're sitting on 8 right now. Would decrease the size. I don't like this. Stop loss is going to be right here, guys. 245. $245 on the dollar. Right below the 100s. We're trying to get out of this if it starts looking bad. Beautiful so far. We could nicely adjust this. If we break above that 84 Certainly don't think we're going to be bearish.
Order filled.
For the moment, of course. So for my micro trading here, we have updated to 14 contracts. Added more and more to this one. I love this candle. Let's go with it. Seems like the bulls are respecting the 70 so far on this microstructure. Nicely, guys.
Order filled.
Yep. We got stopped out right there. We did not broke below this specific zone. Not at all into the massive candle. I mean, so far, of course, you can break below during every little second out there.
Order filled.
Re-entering with an invalidation above. I mean, markets were just pushed to nicely play
Order
with us.
filled.
And we're back into 15. With a 54 target. Come on, let's do that nice flush. What is it about it? 10 points from here. Stop loss on my entry.
Order filled.
I'm out. $266. A little fireworks out there. It's definitely deserving it. $266. It's risky to short here, guys. It's definitely risky. We had a little much better situation earlier. You know, obviously could nicely continue and follow through. Golden pocket, trending line here. Anything above 30s up to the 50s could nicely react. So we're not going to hurry up. S&P as well. Back to the opening would be 697. All the way back to the 27 here. And we're going basically to hold our position for a nice long. But I just need to set myself for a good entry. Let's go for a rejection here in the candle. Taking this one all the way back to the 30s would be amazing for me.
Order filled.
10 contracts short. Let's go, guys, back to the 30s. 33 right there, $552. Good job, Gary. Stop loss on my entry. Let's go, guys, for the target. Let's go, everyone. Just a little bit more.
Order
and we're
filled.
out. 762. 762, another round of fireworks. Another round of fireworks. Beautiful. That has been beautiful. That has been a perfect trade. 762. Nice rejection. Now let's go for the bulls
Order
out
filled.
here. Let's go for
Order
a nice
filled.
bullish move, guys. 10 points. Obviously, not an easy trade, but I'm expecting basically a rejection here on the 5-minute. We got a golden pocket sitting right there as well. Support line, everything. We've been filling up the gap as well into the 40s. So now let's get back to the top and even higher than that. Let's break out basically and retest the range high, the supply zone here. Supply zone is on 140s for 5-minute and 15-minute structure. 10 contracts. We actually needed around $1,300 maximum, so we need this one to push into 111. Happy to take another long here at any place,
Order
just
filled.
like right now with a market continuation. So we need 1,300, like I said, which means back into the 92, and we're going to have $2,000 total profit, which is exactly how much we need for the day. That's basically the maximum for my consistency value to be respected. I mean, looks like a great low here in a way. We've got the reaction. Now, of course, depends. Let's go, everyone. Fireworks are ready. That's the only thing I'm telling you. Fireworks are ready to be triggered. 30 points from here. 20 points. 22 points. 15 points. All the way back to the top, all the way back to the wicks. 10 points, guys. Let's go for the target. We're still open with this one. Not trailing, not doing anything at the moment, not exiting anything. Depends how does this 1 minute is going to look like, and the next one. How does it opens? If the next one faces a rejection, I'm going to partially get out. But this might be a beautiful trade out here, guys. Not selling anything yet. Let's go this one. This is the 1 minute that we need to touch the
Order
target.
filled.
Beautiful. And we touched the target. $2,089. That's the way. That's the way to go about it. Wow, look at a celebration time. Missing the sound of fireworks. Missing the sound of fireworks, but we had a great trade. $2,089. It's a copy traded account. So that is a great performance. $4,000 made totally. This is probably going to break above that, and we are going to celebrate, guys. So celebration time, hitting the target as well for the copy traded accounts. During a day, we're doing giveaway. Stick with us. Stick with us till the end. It's just about great time. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're streaming from Monday to Friday, 30 minutes before the US market opens. We're always going to be live for about 2 hours. Trading our instant funded accounts. The link is in the description area. Code SCRAMBLE, 45% discount on Ticktick Trader for all instant funded account, including the 250k. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. Exactly, silent fireworks. That's a unique form of celebration. Great job. Not bad. $500 today, $500 tomorrow, and $500 yesterday. It adds up. It adds up, guys. $500 daily for 20 days is exactly $10,000. You get that $10,000 monthly on a personal account, you are going to have a great time. Certainly. But surely that's not going to be the ratio we should experience, or we should expect to have 100% success rate. Definitely not. Even sometimes, I do have friends from the stock market futures trading that are doing day trading full time, and they are having months in minus. So it's not just about being in real personal accounts, real traders basically that are living from this activity, that are holding a family and having the ability to have a, you know, serious adult life in that form, right? So they're not joking around with this. It's not a part-time thing. And they got basically months where they lose. So it's not just about being profitable every single time, especially when you do it on a personal account. Each loss is costing you more than the losses on prop firms where you are purchasing a drawdown. For example, $6,000 drawdown or $9,000 drawdown at $550 right now. You know, that's crazy. That's crazy to trade. Of course, you're not gonna be able to make exactly MPC World. So with a real account, $100-200 a day is already a good paycheck at the end of the month, in 6 months, in 2 years. However, when it comes down to trading, you got to think about it in very long term, right? So do not just approach the weekly and monthly stats or the numbers, and do not try and hunt things for a very short term approach. The only ones that are winning here will be the long term fighters. How long term? That's, you know, at some point subjective, but at the same time, you have to allocate sufficient time to improve your skills, and this is definitely different from a trader to a trader. Look at that, guys. We're looking for the breakout. We've got $2,000 made for today, and we're looking forward to making more. Guess we're on the third account. The third account is in a pretty bad situation.
Order filled.
Why is it so? Because it has just $1,400 drawdown. So
Order
I gotta
filled.
fight back from here somehow. With a $1,400 drawdown and still having some good numbers in fighting back. So I don't want to make $200 in a day. I'd like to make a little more than that. You know, if we get below this low right here, I gotta be out. We're sitting on 10 contracts. I'm trying to collect some money out here, trying to construct slowly my distance between the drawdown and the current balance. The third account is just $1,400 away from the max loss. It has not been copy traded with the other, and it has not been performing in the same way. So I paid the price of not copy trading the proper accounts. Let's go, guys, here with a decent breakout, with a nice runner into 114. Would take that 742 all day long. Would actually consider to take a little more. What a beautiful position out here. We're playing the break even. We're playing the break-even level with an exit on the 120s. We've got the 200 EMA on 114. Let me see what's happening on... We're breaking out. I don't have time to see what's happening on anything else.
Order filled.
We've been stopped out. We've been stopped out on break-even. That looks like an ugly rejection, guys. Looks like an ugly rejection out there. What's happening on the S&P? I mean, we just build up the entire gap of the opening, and now we might come down a little bit. So I'm just gonna calm down here. Let me share with you the stats, performance stats, totally honestly and transparently as it is. Nothing to hide, everyone. Nothing to hide if you are a serious guy. This is where we are. 2 big losses, a break-even day, and the rest of the days were positive, representing $6,400 profit totally. Because we started basically from 150K, and we've got 156,445. This is where we are. On the 13th and 26th, well, what happened basically? We had numerous losses and we were continuously trading against the dominant energy, running on a wrong screening of the markets. And that's something that generated multiple losses. Achieving and touching the max daily loss that I had set, basically. You can also set a different max daily loss, by the way. You can go to the settings on the left side of the menu. And then you got basically the risk settings right there. And you can adjust from there. You can also set hotkeys if you're trading from your keyboard or any other equipment. You can basically do that from the hotkeys and set the hotkey and simply utilize them. So you want to go back to your trading, and then you have right next to my head on the top left corner an age ladder here next to the blue button, enable hotkeys. You want to enable that, and then you can utilize basically your hotkeys to trade. For those of you that have that enjoyment, that is how Project X is actually allowing us to trade very, very nicely. Let's go, guys. Preparing for the giveaway very, very soon. We gotta trade the third account as well. I gotta find some good opportunities, but I'm still sleeping on it. S&P is already dealing with this flat top structure of a supply here. And by the way, make sure to join our Discord community right here. Chat, I just sent you the link for those of you that are not in my Discord community. This is the place where we're speaking about trading, a place where we're talking about prop firms, helping each other, and I'm always sharing with you the latest things, the latest videos, and everything that I'm performing, including the giveaway. So that's why you also want to be out there on Discord. That's a good sell-off right there from the S&P. Would love to see it down to levels slightly below 700s and then another move back to the range top from there. Would love to see Nasdaq around levels below 30s again. Would love to get that. Gold is pumping back from 200 EMA. Massive reaction on point. Look at that. Massive reaction on point delivered with an engulfing pattern. Rejection back in the day as well. It's just continuing afterwards. Gold was breaking all-time high. Retracing afterwards as usually. And now, probably for the rest of the week as well, the upcoming week, as soon as we have good news about tariffs, we will see what's happening with Trump's announcements and speeches. But that's going to be a big deal. How's the trading going? Well, the trading is green for today, touching the max profit that I need, Anton. How are you today, buddy? 2,089 bucks on the copy traded accounts. It's great. The third account is break even. And now we're waiting for a good setup. Didn't check about fees specifically. Didn't check Jerry. The reason I use micros instead of minis is because of micromanagement. Micromanagement of the trade. I can basically go around 6 micros, 3 micros. I can do limit orders to set up multiple, limit orders of 2 contracts, 3. So I could divide 10 micros into 3 different entries, DCA as well, in a much more efficient way, which is how my strategy is set up basically. And that's why I actually prefer to go around micros, because it gives me flexibility that I'm enjoying. This is an interesting spot here for market continuation. On the 1 minute, we clearly have a downtrending resistance line here. I'm going to draw the line in a very amateur way. There you go, guys. We break out of this and we're running above for liquidity. So the question is with the third account here, do I long here at the top?
Order filled.
Look at that.
Order
I am
filled.
in 10 contracts. I like to speculate this with a movement into the highs. It's not about the fees, basically. If there is a difference in the fees, it's extremely small, but the most important part is that's how it fits with my strategy in terms of doing micro management on my trade. 115 basically for the exit over there, because we've got the 200 EMA sitting around 112. So breakout and a movement throughout that into the supply of the highs. We have a supply sitting on 145, 150s. So essentially I could even let the markets to go to that level. We're going to add additional 5 contracts
Order
here,
filled.
expecting the market to push basically in this candle that we've got. If we reject here, you know, I'm going to decrease my size. I'm going to be happy adjusting. This is, however, an account that is quite difficult to do something with it. It's very close to the max loss. Are we going to reject again on the 90s? We're not even grabbing the liquidity above? We could reject afterwards if so. There's already too many people opening shorts at this level, which is too obvious, right? Too obvious kind of a trading. Thank you guys for coming in. Do not forget about our giveaway. Trading is running nice so far. That 5-minute engulfing would be lovely. And I'm looking for seeing the movement. We could actually take this all the way to the supply. I'm going to go by the 136, guys. And I'm going to apply a stop loss right here below the structure. Let's go. Let's go, guys, for the push. Beautiful. Selling
Order
5
filled.
contracts right there. It's a risky place with the 200 EMA. Sold 5 contracts. We're in a great position. I'm going to let this one run. I'm going to let this one run for the supply in the highs. That's a supply with the keeping on the top flat for the last couple of... Actually, since yesterday, we've been flat on that. So I'd like to see if we get into that level. I'm actually exiting even lower than that. 136 is not even entering. I mean, that's the place we're entering into the supply zone. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go, guys. Not trailing drawdown, no trailing drawdown. Consistency is very easy to follow. This is the 1-minute candle we need to touch basically the target. Otherwise, I am out. Not selling anything yet. We still have 10 contracts to go. We got rejected here. I'm out. I'm going to trail this.
Order filled.
Exit at 5. Trailing with the rest of it. And increasing a little bit. Finally exited fully. $1,142. Beautiful, guys. This is amazing. This is amazing. On an account that had 1,400 drawdown, we've increased this one. Now we got 2,500 drawdown. So we almost double the drawdown with a single trade. Great. Good job. Everything is profit on the table today. 2 accounts with 2,000 because they're copy traded, and then the third account is with the 1,000 level. Consistency rule is not hard to follow. Consistency rule is controlled basically by the exits you're doing and the profits you're making throughout the day. The highest profit of your day, this is the way you calculate it, guys. The highest profit of your day should not be worth more than 20% of the total profits you make. So, how do you want to plan? If you want to cash out 3,000 out of a 150k account, you have to reach to the safety threshold, which is 7,500, and then above that, produce money to cash out. So you have to do 10,500. Now, if you can do 10,500, that would be your payout level that you want to reach in order to take out $3,000, which is the max payout you can request. Then basically your consistency should be adjusted to that 10,500. You always adjust your consistency to the total profit you're making. And how do you do this? Well, you do 10,500 on the calculator and you divide it to 5 days. Because 20% consistency represents a minimum of 5 days of trading. So that gives you the highest number you can actually produce in a day, $2,100. 2,100 bucks, the highest in a day, for me to get to 10,500 totally in 5 days or more, and request a $3,000 payout. So that's the way it works. Beautiful reaction so far. We are going to do our giveaway very, very soon. Quite interesting what's going to happen here with the supply level on 150s. Nvidia is crawling back as well. It's going to take that gap too. Nvidia is not going to miss that gap. It's going to take that gap and probably break above 114. So let's just enjoy that. BTC is slowly recovering too. It had a dip, and usually that's what it does before it breaks out. Look at that, guys. This is, BTC is just holding the line here when we're speaking about the downtrending line from the all-time high. A breakout out of here is going to allow the markets to be sent aggressively if we got the sufficient liquidity. Right, so that's a good game. Gold is going to go back to the all-time high. Everything looks great so far. DXI has been confirming the lows here with some strength. What a good time. And we're going to zoom in a little more into our Nasdaq point. Nasdaq point. Usually, and that's how it should be, none of the rules should be hard to be followed as long as they are allowing you to become good traders. So consistency obviously is having significant disadvantages, but at the same time you have the advantage of spending a lot less when dealing with prop firms. So it has to be a combination in between and a relationship between the advantages and disadvantages. It's not possible to sit away, spend $400 on a funded account that you don't need to go through any challenges and activate it and anything like that, right? So whatever money you make, you will be able to take it out and still expect basically conditions just like trading on your own resources. If you want to trade on your own resources, that's a different story. But when it comes down to such prop firms, and we could name any of these prop firms, obviously it has to be a form of regulation. %, 30% is a comfortable situation. Less than 20% would be actually increasing the difficulty level a lot. So they have been putting it, quite tight, and this is happening with all the instant funding prop firms. But like I said, controlling your consistency is actually from the level of your exits, from the total profits you're making per day. You have to earn numbers that are very similar to each other, and you need to know what is the max profit you got to do. That's right on point, Kevin. Would love to see that. That would be lovely. We got into this supply here and we might get rejected basically. But like I share with you, we've got the golden pocket reaction confirming, so the pattern played out and we made money with that. We made good trades with that. The golden pocket on 240s reacted very well. Thank you guys for coming in. We are having today an instant funded 50k account. I'm gonna write that one chat. There's a lot of the people that are coming which are new. 50k giveaway. Instant funded 50k account, not $50,000 giveaway. Yes, you can request less than $3,000. You can request basically as much as you want with a minimum of 250, right? So whatever above 250 you can request, which means as soon as you cross the safety threshold, even with 1,000 or even with 500, let's put it that way, you cross your safety threshold with 500 and you take that 500 out because this is how much you spent on the account. Then you just have to produce $3,000 basically in your next session in order to get a payout. So you got to do that 3,000. So then you can request it. Let's do the math. Let's do the exercise and let me share with you, because some people would like to hear about this one as well. Let's say you only make $500 above the threshold. What does it mean? The threshold for a 150k account is on the 7,500 at 5% away from the balance size at the time of purchase. The balance is 150, 5% is 7,500, so $500 on top of 7,500 is actually $8,000. You get to $8,000 and you cash that 500 out. Why? Because that's exactly how much you paid for the account. For example, then you remain with 157,500. So you have $7,500 drawdown. You have $7,500 drawdown. Your max loss is going to be at the starting balance, 150k. And your second trading cycle, you only have to produce $3,000 to be paid. You no longer need to produce 7,500 like you produced in the first cycle, and on top of that, whatever you cash out, right? So you have to produce a lot less. And now you have a much bigger max loss. So this is an interesting point, guys, for some people. The giveaway is going to be here. Gary, the giveaway is going to be here. Here on live stream. Thank you, Shiny Paladin. You can grab your 150k account. The coupon code of Scrambo must be utilized, must be at the checkout. You want to put the Scrambo code and that gives you everything you need. Max discount available. This is where we are, guys. Pushing through and smashing through the supply right here for the short term. But this is again where Nvidia as well is filling up the entire gap and the market is having a great enthusiastic moment. DXI2. And the gold is just breaking all-time high. This is nuts. Gold is just breaking all-time high. Wow, 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 wow. This is what it has been doing for the past couple of months. Non-stop, right? So obviously, no bearish conditions right now. We're sorry about it. No bear market, no macro recession, no fears like that, you know. Spreading the FUD is a business we don't do. Good job, everyone. Stick with us. We've got the giveaway soon. Still climbing above. Obviously, the 200 EMA blue line around 200s with a current 15-minute candlestick. It has been a massive move. Let's have a look into the 4-hour candlestick. Wow. Bunch of wicks here, back into the gap. Look at that, guys. Bunch of wicks here. What a joke. We dumped into 936, and then right now 160 is right there. We can feel that. We can feel that by the numbers we got in our accounts. 2089 in copy traded accounts, 2020 on the second one, right? So about 4,100, and then 1,142 on the third account. So $5,200. Yesterday we had a loss basically, and that was not too comfortable. But I said we could recover. Look at the stats. We could recover. These are the stats basically of the account. Historical stats. The rules for the giveaway for the moment is just to be here on the live stream. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be here, guys. I'm gonna announce what you have to do on the chat. You're gonna have to pick your number on the chat, just like we did back in the day. It's gonna be an interesting giveaway. It's gonna create some nice engagement. So this is what we've got here. 258. That's a good level basically for a longer trade for the moment. 4-hour Nasdaq, once it starts moving, guys, it's gonna be crazy in terms of how much ability it has here with the fair value gaps. 4-hour fair value gap is not gonna remain untouched. 400s will be touched. We got a bullish day today and tomorrow, expecting bullishness as well. Then obviously that's going to be a good target for us to focus. It is Thursday. Final GDP came out higher than expected, 2.4%, with the unemployment claims came out actual than the same than the forecast. Core PCE tomorrow, and that speaks about the change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. Right, so this is gonna contribute to a volatility momentum. But still, throughout the past week and during this week as well, we kind of had a bullish environment across the scheduled news sector. As such, 4-hour would be tremendous, guys, as a closing. So 3 hours to go for this candle, but we gotta close this 4-hour candlestick above 117. You produce an engulfing. You produce the engulfing on the low structure, and that allows you basically for the next 4-hour and for the other one as well to be a nice runner. Got a 5-minute here. It's just continuous climbing, continuous movement to the top side. BTC back to 87. Everything is sitting in a comfortable shape. Nvidia as well is going to go breaking above 114 soon. S&P is just dealing with the 200 EMA here, so this is pretty dangerous. And I see a scenario here, and that would be quite lovely, which is something I'm not going to trade, but I see this scenario. What about dealing with a 200 EMA coming back to the supply we had, which is going to be converted into a demand zone, and then from here you continue your movement to the top side. That's something that market makers would love to do, getting back to the zone that we've got. Thank you guys for watching, appreciate it. Our giveaway of 50k account is gonna start soon. Stick with us. It's gonna be a great one. It's gonna be a great one. Minor rejection here. Coming in from the S&P 200 EMA. It's good stuff. Tomorrow we're gonna have a $6,400 drawdown to the max loss on the first two accounts with a copy trading. Today we had a $4,400 max loss, guys, and we had to build that up. Alright everyone, so let's just go for the giveaway. Let's go for the giveaway, guys. Prepare, listen to me, everyone. Careful on the volume here, listen to me. We're doing the giveaway on the chat. Everyone open up your chat. That's the place we're gonna do the giveaway, just like we did it before in my last streams. I'm gonna write a number on a piece of paper between 0 and 50. The first one that's gonna guess the number is the winner. Do not write anything in the chat right now. Only at the time I'm gonna say start. So do not write anything right now. Just think about a number. Only a number, that's what you can choose. It's whatever number you want, between 0 and 50, including 0 and 50 as well. So just give me a moment here. Let me think about a number itself and writing it down. I'm gonna write this number down. I'm gonna expose it to the camera. But you guys will have to write the number as fast as you can at a time I'm telling you start, right? So prepare chat. 5 seconds to prepare. Think about your number between 0 and 50 and then drop your number in the chat at a time. There you go. You can start your numbers, guys. Let us know. Let us your number. Only the first one that's gonna guess the number is gonna be the winner of a 50k account. Let me know, guys. What is the number? Let's find it out, chat. Let's go about it. Only one number per person. Ten more seconds to go, chat, and we are stopping. Between 0 and 50. So I'm gonna draw a line when the giveaway ends. 1, 2, 3. I just pasted the line. Right, so this is the number, guys, that we've got for today. Let me see if you can see. This is number 4, guys, that we've got for today. Let's see if there's anyone with number 4 in the chat. Number 4. Okie dokie has double 4. And I don't think I see anyone with number 4, guys. There is no winner. No winner. We're gonna repeat. Right, beautiful, Carl. Exactly, number 4. That's what you saw on the screen. Exactly, Carl. Now, there's no winner. We don't have number 4. And we are repeating the giveaway. I'm going to write a different number. It's not going to be number 4. Right? So I'm going to write a different number between 0 and 50. We're going to repeat this. Let me just write this thing down. Good job, guys. Let's do this once again. Think about a number. Think about what I'm gonna say out here. We're gonna do this till the time someone discovers it. Till the time someone is gonna guess this one. Right? So, think about a number. And just a single number. Between 0 and 50. Start now. I'm gonna draw a line when the giveaway ends. So no numbers afterwards will be accepted. 5 seconds to go. And I'm drawing the line, fellas. And we're looking for the number. Alright, so we got the line. This is the number. This is the number we've had for the second round, basically. Number 9. Do we have anyone with number 9? Do we got anyone with number 9? Strange nature, you got number 6. I gotta turn my monitor around. There is no one with number 9. We've got a guy, World of Finance, with number 8, which is very close. But there is no one with number 9, so we're gonna do the third round. We're gonna do the third round, basically. We gotta do this as much and as long as it's needed, right? So, think about the number between 0 and 50. You know, I'm gonna go with a number which is not gonna be difficult to be guessed, right? I'm gonna go with a number which is not going to be difficult to be guessed. It has double digits, right? It has double digits. Between 0 and 50, but double digits. I'm going to give you that one right there. From the moment I'm going to write start in the chat, from that moment you guys are going to point your number. Wait for the chat, guys. Wait for the chat and prepare. 5 seconds to prepare with your new number. The first one is going to guess. That's one that's gonna be. Start now. Let's go. And I'm gonna allow this for another 5 seconds. Then I'm gonna simply draw the line which represents the end. There you go. I just drew the line, guys. I just drew the line, so no number is accepted afterwards. This is the number that we've got. Let's have a look into a potential winner. The number is 10. Number 10, everyone. I guess I saw that number 10 somewhere. Number 10 is from the FM033. FM033. Ye are the winner of 50k giveaway. Instant fun day, guys. Number 10 is actually the one that is winning. FM033, good job, buddy. Congratulations. From what I'm able to see, the first one is FM033, is actually the third guy that dropped the number after I said start now in the chat. Ramez, you gotta look a little bit higher than your number. Exactly. Now, Ramez also had number 10, but as I stated, it's only the first guy guessing the number it's gonna get the giveaway account. Only the first guy guessing it. Congratulations to the winner, guys. Congratulations to our good winner, FM033. What you gotta do is you have to reach out to me on Discord. This is our Discord. This is our Ramez, you're not the first one. You have to look in the chat. There is a guy higher than you in the chat writing number 10. You want to look at the live chat, Ramez, and see there is a guy right there. So we got number 10 today. We're going to do more giveaways, which is why you'd like to be on our giveaway. You want to be on our Discord as well. Make sure I'm going to announce right there and perform and continue our trading from Monday to Friday every single day. 30 minutes before the US opening starts. We are going to have fun. We're always going to do minimum one giveaway per week, guys. Minimum one giveaway per week from now. Right, so we're always going to do that. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching, by the way. Hope you have and had and will have a beautiful day. As well, a great trading experience today. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We've got good trading. We have educational discussion. We have educational materials that I'm going to post. We also started very recently with a live stream. We've got a month of activity. Imagine how it's going to be after we have a year, 2 years together spent here on a large community. Guys, this is going to be very exciting with a bunch of projects. Especially the prop firm website that we're building with reviews and educational materials we're going to create. And we're actually working already on the website, which is aiming to review the prop firms and share with you insights coming from valuable customers, right? So not just insights from my experience with the firms, but at the same time, insights from customers, because simply the prop firms tend to consider the influencers in a privileged status, and they usually refer different services than the customers. So that's not really an accurate and an honest point of view to review something from an influencer standpoint. You have to consider, right? You have to be a customer that has zero tolerance to that one. So zero exposure to audiences. Simply, this is, the pure and honest way. Thank you guys once again, chat. Appreciate your word out here. Looking forward to our next live stream tomorrow. Appreciate it, guys. Talk to you soon.